a student in University Success in the College of Education course at Grand Canyon University. Today is June 28th, 2026, and my instructor is Drew McBroom. The purpose of this video is to share my personal self-assessment regarding the professional disposition of learners. As future educators, it is vital that we routinely evaluate our values, commitments, and professional ethics. I will be discussing the core strengths I bring to the classroom, the specific areas I plan to target for professional growth, and qualities that define a professional educator. In completing my self-assessment worksheet, I identified reflection as my highest ranked disposition. I firmly believe that teaching is an ongoing process of self-improvement. Routinely examining my actions, decisions, and teaching methods allow me to see what works and what needs adjustment. By embracing a reflective practice, I can look back at the end of each school day, measure my students' engagement, and proactively refine my lesson plans to better serve them. My second highest strength is high expectations. I hold a deep conviction that all students, regardless of their starting point, have the capacity to learn and achieve. My role as a teacher will be to establish rigorous yet high achievable goals for every student. By clearly communicating these expectations and upholding them while also providing the necessary scaffolding, I will create a supportive environment where students feel motivated to reach their full potential. While I am confident in my strengths, I also recognize areas where I need to focus on my growth before entering my first year as a teacher. I ranked fairness as one, not because I lack an ethical foundation, but because I understand that true fairness requires intentional advanced planning. Fairness means equity, ensuring every student gets specific resources they need to succeed. In my future classroom, this will look like utilizing differentiated learning profiles. I recognize that a standard one-size-fits-all test does not work for every student. For instance, if a student thoroughly understands a science concept but struggles heavily with written expression, fairness means providing an alternative way for them to demonstrate their mastery, such as giving an oral explanation. This ensures that their grades are accurately reflecting their knowledge rather than their writing barriers. I also want to actively grow in my second ranked area, which is respect for the diversity of others, by focusing on their cultural inclusions. I've come to realize that many traditional lessons rely on shared cultural background knowledge that not all students possess. For example, some American curricula often assume that every child grew up learning classic nursery rhymes or classic movies like Cinderella, but students from different cultural backgrounds may have no knowledge of these tales. To bridge this gap, I plan to avoid making assumptions about what my students already know. Instead, I will preview background cultural concepts before a lesson begins and invite students to share their unique stories, folklores, and traditions from their own heritage. By doing this, it creates an inclusive environment where no student feels left behind due to cultural differences, and where every student's diverse background is woven into our learning. Beyond our individual strengths and growth areas, we must always uphold the extensive standards of our profession. A professional educator must first and foremost embody integrity and professional conduct. This means arriving punctually, being a positive role model, and making ethical, transparent decisions both inside and outside of school. Furthermore, a true professional demonstrates consistent dedication and compassion. We must show genuine care and empathy for our students' well-being, engaging them in meaningful conversations that support them emotionally as well as academically. Finally, a professional educator is an advocate. We must stand up for their unique needs of our students and actively promote social justice, equity, and inclusion within the wider educational community. By reflecting on my work, keeping expectations high, and pursuing fairness and inclusion, I am excited to become a great teacher. Thank you so much for your time.